We're here to talk about the playoff picture walking into 2021-2022 NFL playoffs. I've got a broken down bracket style for you. Now, I believe I have it correct, so if I have something wrong, yell at me here in the chat and I will fix it, but I believe I've set it up correctly. A lot of people have a very confusing way of breaking this down, and I've always hated it. I've always prided myself in trying to present the NFL playoff bracket in a way that you can visually take it in. And I feel like I'm breaking it down here the best possible way. And again, if I make an error, let me know. Titans already in number 1 seed. They have a bye. They're sitting right here. Packers number 1 seed. They have a bye. They're sitting right there in waiting. They will most likely, the NFL hasn't spelled this out really clearly, but it should follow suit with every other year. So if I'm wrong, someone tell me if I'm wrong in the chat here. The worst seeded team left of the wild card games will face off against the Packers, and then the worst seeded team left, the worst team, will face off against the Titans. The remaining 2 teams will then battle it out right, I can't even move my hand in the right direction, right here. So we're going to look at it. We're going to make some predictions, talk about it. And I just wanted to come in here and give you guys a real clear visual playoff picture. Troy first in the building. Joel, what's up, Joel? Appreciate you being here. Tanner, Kenny, what's up, Senior? What's going on, Scott? So crazy. That field goal put the Steelers into the playoffs. This is insane. Chargers out, Steelers in, and Raiders in. Based on a field goal. Based on one game. Unbelievable weekend of football. This was crazy. This was a weekend for the ages. Okay, so does anybody think anything's wrong on here? I'm pretty sure I have it all nailed. So Chiefs, number 2 seed, they will face off against the Steelers, the number 7 seed. Bucks, number 2 seed, facing off against the Eagles, the number 7 seed. Number 3 Cowboys against the Niners, the number 6 seed. What a game that was. Rams, number 4 against my Cardinals, who look pretty bad right now, I'll be honest. We look really injured. We're crawling. Hopefully we get reset here entering the playoffs, but we're the 5 seed. The Bills were the 3, the Patriots 6, the Chiefs were 2 again, Steelers were 7, Bengals 4, Raiders 5. So again, Titans right here are locked in waiting bye week. They're waiting for the worst remaining team of the wild card battles to come face them in round 2, or round 1, if you will, the wild card round, then round 1, or round, however you want to look at it. Packers, number 1 seed on a bye, waiting the worst leftover team from the wild card games here. And then the remaining battle it out right here and right here. So, man, this is crazy. What's up, double A, triple A, quadruple A? Bengals, Chiefs. Yeah, we're going to break it down. But isn't this clean? I mean, where else have you seen anybody doing it bracket style? Everybody's confused by it, or however they write it out. They copy and paste what they see on ESPN. It's just like, give me a bracket. We need something we can visually understand. So let's take it through. Let's mock it. Let's mock the bracket out. I'm gonna say that of this Chiefs-Steeler game, while the Steelers are going to, I think, try and give the Chiefs a run for their money. The Chiefs, who are the 2 seed, are going to advance. And we'll put them right over here. Bills, Patriots. I mean, as much as I love the run Bill Belichick's putting together, looking shaky right now, as shaky as they can look. Bills looking, I think the Bills are tough. The Bills are going to be pretty tough to beat in this one, so I'm going to advance the Bills. They are the 3 seed. So we'll advance the Bills. I'll put them over here, because we don't know who's playing where until we go through each one of these. Everybody thinks you can just fill out the bracket, but you got to find out who's playing who. Yeah, thank you, Cameron. Bengals, Raiders. Look, the dream run ends here. Okay, the Bengals aren't going away. Bengals are just getting started. They're the 4 seed. You know, let me get rid of this right here. Okay, so now we have the Chiefs are the best team. Bills and Chiefs here. Bengals will be the worst left team after wild card weekend. Therefore, they will play the Titans. The Titans are gifted, supposedly. Okay, we're going to play the worst team remaining. Guess what? You get to face the Bengals, baby. And I'm gonna spoil it. My Bengals are going. I hate it here. Why do you hate it here, Scott? Oh man, Scott had a bad fantasy day. Sorry, Scott. Cameron with the super chat. Cameron says, Smitty, somehow I survived week 18 in both fantasy leagues and won the chip. First year ever playing. Thank you for the help. Thank you for being a big part of the community, Cameron. All your super chats, you keeping the lights on here at the Fantasy Football Show. We appreciate you, buddy. So Bengals are the worst remaining team there. Okay, so let's go to the NFC side. NFC, Bucks, Eagles. Anything can happen. Give me the Bucks. They are the 2 seed for a reason. This is Thomas Brady we're talking about. Cowboys, Niners. Oh, I'm torn on this one because I really like this Cowboys defense, man. They're so potent. They're just chaos makers. This is tough for me. Here, I'm torn because here's where I'm torn. I am not a big believer that Shanahan has driven this ship or sailed this boat or driven the bus or whatever, walked the dog the proper way in 2021. I know the Niners won this game, and I know I was adamant about putting Trey Lance in there. And I know a lot of people are coming for my neck saying, look how good Jimmy G was. But Jimmy G did dig his own hole in the game. Let's not be too mistaken here. Like, he did really well. I give Jimmy G the credit and kudos, his flowers, however you want to word it. I give Shanahan a lot of credit for play calling in the second half versus play calling in the first half, and a lot of play calling throughout the year. Decision making has been very sketchy all year. He stuck with Jimmy G. Jimmy G won the game. I'm very, very proud of the Niners in the way they played. This team is lit. This team is loaded. They are in a rhythm. I'm going to say they win this game. I like the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are vulnerable. This is tough. This defense is so good. This Cowboys defense is so good. I'm torn. I'm waiting. I don't know that I can actually fill it out yet. I'm thinking. I'm going back and forth. I'm wavering. This defense, Cowboys defense versus Jimmy G, who everybody's so excited about, and I understand, and I'm very happy for him, and things looked great. But this is Jimmy G. We've seen him all year. He is playing hurt. How hurt, I don't know. I don't think you can do what he did today, being extremely hurt, but he looks hurt. He appears hurt. I don't know that things are going to get better. People are gunning for that finger. You know it was a target all game. You know people are slapping at it. Who knows how it's feeling right now. Cowboys, Niners. I'm coming back to this one. Rams, Cardinals. This NFC, this 3-6 and 4-5, these matchups, I am having a tough time with. I didn't hesitate on anything else. I'm literally struggling on this Rams Cardinals game. I'm from Arizona. I'm trying not to be a homer. I'm trying to think objectively. We don't look great right now. The Rams just lost and don't look great right now. Stafford throws a lot of INTs. Cardinals getting some players back. Let's go to the people. In the chat, put Dallas Cowboys or 49ers. Put Arizona Cardinals or Rams. I want to see what you guys think. Kenny says Rams by 10. I'm not going to let this influence me too much, but I do want to see what you guys are thinking. Mark Cleveland, thanks for the help. Thank you, Mark. Mark, did you win? Let's see here. Got my first championship, Smitty. I had Eckler, Jacobson, Debo. Pull it out for me, 1 by 13. Atta boy, Mark. Mark Cleveland. Proud of you. Proud of you, boy. Atta boy. God, I'm tired. So tired. This season's taking it out of me, man. This is like my last video before I'm not stopping. I create content every single day. But this is like I think like it's that mental, like I'm throwing everything away in the trash can. And you know how you pile a bunch of stuff in your trash can and you don't feel good until you empty the recycle bin on your computer? I feel like I'm about to right click and empty the trash for real and double confirm. And it's just going to be a load off my shoulders to walk into 2022 with no real schedule other than the daily show I'm doing. That's a schedule, obviously, but it's 1 hour a day. That's going to feel good versus the 2 hours a day, which I love on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but it is a drain to go 2 hours, especially if content gets light and I got to stretch the second hour out. I'm glad we're going to 1 hour for right now. Maybe down the road, we open things up to 2 hours again, 5 days a week. Right now, we're going Monday through Friday, 1 hour a day, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. But the flexibility, the freedom of the 2022 content coming in is going to be a sigh of relief. So forgive me if I'm tired and I'm a little like short on words or I fumble around on this live, but it's like I'm exhausted. It's like tax season for a guy like me. This is like my tax. This is like it's all in a short period of time, just a bunch of content that you're forced to do. Start bench advice, all these questions all the time. Do you know how many questions I answer between like really before week one and now? It's crazy. So a big sigh of relief for me. I love the creative side of the off season. Can't wait. Let's see here. Cowboys gonna prove they choke in the playoffs. Fun game. Will be too much for the Cowboys. Thank you, Smitty. Thank you. Mealy says Patriots and Chiefs. Rams are done. Cowboys are going to get exposed by the run. Just won my fantasy championship at a boy EA. Cowboys had something to prove. Get some Cowboy fans in here. 49ers, Rams. We're going Niners. Look, as much as I worry about Jimmy G, there's more players on this team than Jimmy G, and they're proving that. And I think that's a big reason why they won this game. It's Jimmy G did well, Shanahan did better play calling, but guys like Debo put this team on their back. Mitchell, defense. I mean, this everybody gets a game ball on that Niner squad. Like literally one of the coolest comeback games I've seen with a lot on the line too. I mean, talk about pressure. Baytown, you've been killing it this whole season. Some rest. Yeah, I'm not going to rest though, unfortunately, but mentally I will. Maybe I take a day or two off. I don't know. Probably not going to be Monday because Monday the show starts. But I mean, maybe I might occasionally on the Monday through Friday show. I might occasionally on a Friday, if it's like slow news or I'm taking a vacation or I'm doing a couple, vacation days. Look, I'm my own boss and I didn't request any vacation time last year. It rolls over. My PTO rolls over into 2022. I might take a couple Fridays off. And if I do that, I will try and announce it on Thursday so you're not caught off guard. And on Friday, I'll have a premiere release. So there'll be content at 7 p.m. Eastern every single Monday through Friday, but occasionally on Fridays I might roll out a live premiere, and I'll probably be in the chat, speaking with you guys. But it will be a pre-recorded live premiere on occasional Fridays, not a lot, just when I want to take a 3-day weekend or whatever. And even then, I'm live Saturday and whatever. Can I get a free subscription next season if the Raiders beat the Bucks? I hate when people ask this question because then like everybody starts asking it. I can't say yes to everything, but if the Raiders beat the Bucks, I will give you a free subscription. Okay, see? DM me on Instagram right this very second. If you don't DM me in the next 3 minutes, the next minute and a half, the deal's off. You have a minute and a half to find me on Instagram, The Fantasy Football Show. DM me and tell me when you've messaged it. You got a minute and 20 seconds, bro. Okay, so Cowboys, Niners. We're going Niners. Rams, Cardinals. God, I want to say Cardinals. I feel like I'm backstabbing by not going Cardinals, but I'm trying to be objective here. Rams have a better team right now. I know they just lost to the Niners, but the Niners kind of have the Rams number. Judging the Rams on a Niner loss is kind of tough because they just have the Rams number. So Rams 4, Bucks are 2, Niners are 6. Okay, so I'm not for sure. I'm just looking at this. I think this is what I want to do. Cardinals, we're falling apart here. We're falling apart. It doesn't feel good. I don't know how I can sense any momentum from the Arizona Cardinals right now and roll it in. And roll it in. No, I got the Bucks down here. I'm not going Philly. Philly's got a shot. They got a shot. Okay. And the Bucks, you know, Godwin's out. AB, like there's a little bit of chaos there. Definitely could. The Eagles could upset the Bucks. It's possible. I mean, I'm torn on the Cowboys and Rams game. Cowboys, Niners, Rams, Cardinals. I'm torn on those two games. So if I go with this, the worst remaining seed is the 49ers, and they will play the Packers, which unfortunately I'm going to ruin it now. Will be the end of the road for the 49ers. In my opinion, this is not a great case scenario. What the Niners will want is the Eagles to win, because if the Eagles win, they're the 7th seed. They would be the worst remaining seed no matter who else won. You know, the Cardinals, Rams doesn't matter. If the Eagles win, they will be the 7th seed. That's the worst seed in the wild card side. So they would 100% play the Packers. So if you're a Niner fan, you want the Eagles to win, because you don't want to face the Packers, I think, right out of the gate. You want to get Jimmy healthier. You want to get a rhythm, you know, more of a rhythm going. If Trey Lance somehow comes in because Jimmy G's finger gets worse or something, you want Trey Lance to have more time. So Packers are going to, I believe, take out the Niners. So the Niners will win one game, potentially. I'm still torn on that. This Cowboys defense is killer. I just don't know that I trust. Dak just had a big 5 TD game, but feels like almost manufactured. Not feeling super confident in the Cowboys offense right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Let's see. Bucks will then face off against the Rams. Okay, let's go back over to the AFC, if you will. Yeah, Grant, I kind of feel like that. I'm worried about Jimmy G against that Cowboys defense. Oh, Grant, you're messing with me, bro. I just feel like Debo's putting everything on his back. And Debo's so tough to stop. Thank you, Kango. Oh, my Niner people are going to hate me. My Niner people are going to be so mad at me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm trying to be unbiased here. It's really hard. The worst remaining seed now is the Rams, and that means that the Bucks will face off against the Cowboys. I'm doing it. I'm sorry, Antonio. I'm sorry. Antonio and all my Niner people thought, okay, we got to convince Smitty that the Niners are going to beat the Packers, and then I just pulled the rug out from under you. It's the Cowboys defenses that I'm worried about. Alex, I'm sorry, Alex. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, I know everybody's coming for my neck on the Jimmy G comments and that Shanahan needs to go. I mean, and then they come on, they go and pull off the second half victory. And I know everybody, it's really quick to be like, hey, told you, but this is one half, not even a full game, one half where things came together. I think it still can. This is tough for me. Like Cowboys, Niners, it's going to be a tough game. Oh, boy. The Cowboys people are going to be so upset at me. I am picking favorites. I'm not trying to. God, I'm still torn on this game. I'm more torn on the Niner Cowboy game than I am the Ram Cardinal game, though. Like, I'm being honest. I feel like Suns and 4 flop on our face. Cardinals and 10. Cardinals and 10 wins. Let's sit at 10 wins for half of a season. Let's let Seattle just run all over us. Let's make Rashad Penny look like Derrick Henry, the second coming of Derrick Henry. I mean, my Cardinals are just, oh. Watt should play, Chris. The word is he should play. Here, Antonio, here's the thing. Antonio. I think the Niners win this game. And I know you guys are all think I'm nuts, and that's fine. I understand. I mean, I'm always called nuts. I was called nuts when I said that the Bengals would win the division. Look, I may not have been right that Jimmy G was going to win this second half, but I still feel like Jimmy G is going to struggle against that Cowboy D. The Cowboys defense is tough, bro. I don't know. Where am I at? Okay. So Bengals, Titans. Someone said I wasn't picking upsets. I'm running out of room here. How am I going to fit all this in? About to make it small. Make it small. Titans, Bengals. Come on, move. Bengals win that game. Bills and Chiefs. This is a tougher game than I'd like to admit here. I think this is going to be a tough one. Hold on one second. I gotta do something here real quickly. Drop what you think the result of these games are going to be in the chat, and then I'll look at them after I make my pick. Let me go ahead and click on this real quick. Sorry, I had to do something for the show real quick. Some housekeeping. Boom. Okay. Bengals. I got to move these around. So you guys drop Bills and Chiefs. What do you think is going to happen there? Bills, Chiefs. Drop your prediction. And then this one right here. Let me move all these in and make them smaller because I didn't leave enough room here. I'm going to go. I said Chiefs earlier in the week. I'm going to go Bills. Somebody said I don't have any upsets. Look at this. 2 upsets in a row, bro. 2 upsets in a row. Okay, Bucks, Cowboys. That's the end of the line for the Cowboys. I'm sorry. Packers, Rams. Packers blow through the Rams. Here's your final 4. Bengals 4 versus Bills 3. Bucks 2 versus the Packers 1. Let's put the lower seed on the bottom here, at least in this round. That's what I'm looking at here. Two non-high seed. Like, I'm picking favorites here, but I'm not over here. Okay, no one can accuse me of picking favorites on this side of the bracket. This AFC is wild, bro. Not easily, but I confidently feel the Packers are going to make it to the big dance. It's going to look something like that. Packers. Joe Burrow. And my winner, the Green Bay Packers. There you have it, folks. There you have it, folks. Chiefs beat the Steelers. The Bills beat the Patriots. The Bengals beat the Raiders. That leaves the Chiefs versus the Bills, and the Titans, the number 1 seed, playing the worst ranked team, worst seeded, in the Bengals. The Bengals then advance. Bills advance. Bengals advance and go to the Super Bowl. Bucks are going to advance. It hurt me to say the Cowboys are going to advance against the Niners. I know I have a lot of Niner people in here. Rams are going to beat my Cardinals, unfortunately. I feel that way. Packers beat the Rams. Cowboys get not blasted, but they lose to the Bucks. Bucks lose to the Packers. Packers beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers either retires or says, deuces, I told you I want out. All you people thinking he's going to stay. I'm sorry, he's not. He's not. He's made it abundantly clear that he's off. He's out of there like Antonio Brown. He might even throw up a deuce, dance in the end zone, and run to the locker room, Antonio Brown style. Throw his shirt into the audience. Aaron Rodgers has made it abundantly clear over and over and over again that he wants out of Green Bay. So much so that he practically threatened and started to proceed with his retirement plans early to force the Packers to renegotiate or reconstruct the contract so that he can get out. He gets an out. He can leave if he wants after this season. And not even if he wants to leave. Let me go somewhere else, put it in my contract. I will come back and play 2021, win you a Super Bowl. Gary just threw 1,000 on my picks. Gary, a lot of pressure, Gary. You should have told me that ahead of time. I might have wavered a little bit longer on some of these, bro. I'm still wavering on that Cowboy Niner one. And this is the most common. And I'm not trying to say you're 100% wrong, because no one knows. But if he wins the championship, he ain't leaving. Everyone says that, and that's not his motivation. I don't think. I appreciate your point. But I don't think Aaron Rodgers is even remotely thinking like that whatsoever, bro. He's been wronged by the organization over and over and over in his mind. In his mind, they continue to neglect his wishes, his say, and Gary's trolling. Okay. They continue to neglect his say, and they don't give him a say on anything personnel-wise or player-wise or draft selection-wise. He literally watches the NFL draft and goes, huh, he's surprised. He's surprised. What organization wouldn't include one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in their decision-making process? If I was in charge, if I was a decision-maker and I was making draft picks, and I'm in charge of this Packers organization in terms of this NFL draft scouting, personnel. First thing I'll be talking to Aaron Rodgers all day long. Who do you think you are? Not including one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, one of the greatest players of all time at the quarterback position. Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. At me. if you really want to, if you're just a Packer hater, who wouldn't be texting this man all day long during the draft? Who wouldn't be bringing him into the office and saying, bro, sit down, pull up a chair. Let's talk about this. Who do you think we should be? Tell me what you think, bro. Aaron Rodgers, if they don't, he doesn't care if they win a championship, fall short. There are some players that sit on the sidelines, and I'm not clowning on anybody that cries after a loss, but, players that sit there and go like this and it hits them really hard. They're emotionally invested. This man's cool as the other side of the pillow during a loss, during a win. Like he gets excited on the sideline for a second, but like this guy's a cool cucumber and he ain't gonna get all emotional about staying or going. He might cry when he leaves, like a little. I'm just saying, when you talk about losing a Super Bowl, he's the kind of guy that will walk off, have a very calm press conference after and be like, look, didn't have the right throws. I missed Adams in the corner. We had a couple drops. It's on me. I lost. He's not somebody that takes it so hard. It's business to him. He can emotionally separate and make clean business decisions. He's already said he's leaving. He's gone on Pat McAfee over and over when they said, hey, A-Rod, you like playing for the Packers? And he says, I like playing football. No, but do you like playing for the Packers? I love playing football, he says with a big grin. He's not staying. He's not. I know you think he is. A lot of people think he is. He's going to be playing in Denver, New Orleans, or most likely, in my opinion, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Best job opening in the NFL. And when that happens, A-Rod is going to win a Super Bowl for the Pittsburgh Steelers, maybe right out the gate, turning Najee Harris into a 17 to 20 TD running back, making Najee Harris look like Aaron Jones on steroids. And Aaron Jones is going to fall a little flat. Adams probably gets tagged, unfortunately, and then Adams is playing with Jordan Love, which means Adams is no longer a top 4 wide receiver in fantasy football. He's probably still 6 to 10. I'm not saying he can't be 6. I'm not saying he can't be 7. But Adams getting passes from Jordan Love, it's going to be a big, big kick to the touchdown category. Right smack in the nuts to that one. Receptions will be down. Yardage could be near the same or a little less. Touchdowns will be down. Receptions will be down. Aaron Rodgers force feeds people. Force feeds them. This is my other bracket. So everything's pretty much the same except for KC. That's what I predicted earlier right here. Look at this. This is my old one. If you guys remember me writing that one up. This is my prediction before we had any kind of clarity whatsoever a couple days ago. So KC versus the Bengals. And I had KC. Yeah, and then currently I have, what do I have? Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Yeah, the Bills winning. So the thing I changed was the Bills. And I'm still wavering on that a little bit. A little bit. But this feels pretty clean. It feels pretty clean. I like it. KC can beat anyone, Kango, for sure. There are a couple teams on here that like literally would not shock me whatsoever if they won it all. The Bucks, of course. Packers, of course. Bills, I feel like could win it all. Chiefs could win it all. Bengals will be hard pressed to get to the big dance, but I think they will. I think it's going to be a magical year. I think Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, going to be so overvalued by the end of this thing, unfortunately. New England Patriots, I mean, it wouldn't shock me if they went all the way, but I don't think they will. Niners, I know you guys still think I'm crazy. I feel like the Niners have the potential with Trey under center, but maybe not so much anymore. He needed last game, he needed this game to kind of get ready and have some of those nerves out of the way. I think the Niners could have had a chance to be a top 4 team. They could have been sitting there against, I don't know who they would have played. I guess they would have played the Packers, and they would have had to knock the Packers off. And they'd probably play the Bucks. It'd probably be the Bucks Niners, potentially. Like that's how good I think the Niners could be with Trey Lance. I know people think I'm crazy. It's fine. It's not new. That's not new stuff to me. Derrick Henry coming back. Yeah, that could be a big difference maker for the Titans. The Titans will be scary. But will Derrick Henry be full go by this game? Will he get hurt if they feed him 27 carries? let's be real about Derrick Henry, guys. Derrick Henry needs 26, 27 carries to beat Derrick Henry, and I'll talk about this on my video tomorrow. I was still trying to get a video released tonight, the top 6 running backs for 2022 and beyond, so redraft and dynasty, and I got hung up on this stuff, so forgive me. That article will be out, or that video and article will be out tomorrow at some point, probably midday. But I talk a lot about how Derrick Henry, it's a catch-22. If Derrick Henry is to do well, which he could per start, which he could in 2022 and in the playoffs, he needs a certain amount of volume. Be real. Who owned Derrick Henry? Raise your hand in the chat. How many times were you sitting there in the first quarter and you're like, okay, the numbers aren't there yet. Maybe this is going to be a bad game for Derrick Henry. Then come fourth quarter, guy has 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, that's the way Derrick Henry runs. He breaks you down over. Fourth quarter, you can't tackle the man. You're so tired. But in quarter 1 and 2, I mean, he looks tough to tackle. He looks like he's running solid, but he's not like this ultra quick running back like JT. He's wearing you down slowly. And if you don't give Derrick Henry 26, 27, 28 carries, he probably won't be Derrick Henry. And if you give him 26, 27, 28 carries, how long will he last in 2022? I guess my point being here is that if Derrick Henry's not getting 26, 27, 28 carries, I don't know that he's going to have the impact too that you're thinking either in this game. Like if he gets 15 or 14 carries, he'll be impactful, but it's not going to be to where they're just steamrolling teams. Is I guess what I'm trying to say. Brandon says Henry 1.1. Champ raising his hand. He had Henry. I mean, think about it, Champ. Be honest. Henry didn't always look great in the first and second quarter. In a lot of games, he needs volume. If he gets the volume, he's going to ball out. But how long will he stay healthy getting the volume? And that's where on my top 6 running back video that I should be launching tomorrow, you're going to hear me say something a little different than last year. Last year I said he'd get hurt by double-digit weeks, and he did. He broke down. And some will say freak injury, blah, blah, whatever. Think what you want, and it's fine. Like, no offense taken. But I will say that this year I'm going to take a little bit different of approach, and I'm going to say Derrick Henry is going to ball out and be top 5 running back still, because I don't see decline in his skill set. This is not Todd Gurley where Derrick Henry looks like, okay, there's signs of decline. Oh my God, did you see him run? I'm going to get the super chats in 1 second. Sorry, guys. Oh my God, did you see Derrick Henry's falling off the face of the earth? No, you don't see that. You see a dominating player by the third and fourth quarter that just steamrolls over people. He's impossible to tackle. No real signs of decline talent-wise yet. So I'm not anticipating Derrick Henry to come into 2022 and just look bad like he fell off the cliff. But I feel like, and I talk about this in my video, I feel like it's almost like you're wearing a blindfold, right? And Derrick Henry is exploding, and you've got this blindfold on, and you don't know where the cliff is. Eventually, you're going to walk off the cliff in 2022. If he's getting 26, 27 carries a game, at some point he will break down and get hurt because the volume's it's unheard of. It's not just high, it's unheard of. And he's 200, near 60-pound running back that is 6'3", and everybody says he's just different. He's built different. Of course he's built different. He's a 6'3", 250 to 260-pound running back. That's not a good thing in time. It's a good thing right now, but it's not a good thing in terms of longevity because he's hitting the ground over and over. Bigger they are, the harder they fall. Concept is entering the chat here. So I'm going to say this. Derrick Henry, top 5 pick. I'm fine with it. I'm here for it. Just make sure you trade him before, I'd say, even week 8. Do a can't trust QB list playoff edition, Smitty. Maybe, bro. That's kind of a specific topic, bro. So, Derrick Henry, draft him. I Smitty approve it. Last year I said he'd get hurt. Be careful. This year I'm saying the same thing. But I'm saying it with a caveat of, hey, you know what? Let's take advantage of his weeks 1 through 6, 1 through 7. So, Derrick Henry, Smitty approved. If the caveat is that you're trading him, if you vow you're trading, I mean, you do whatever you want, but I'm saying Smitty approved. I'll Smitty approve your Derrick Henry drafting in the top 5 overall, but you have to trade him by week 7 or week 8. Probably week 7 to be safe. Get a good 898 to 900 yards out of him in 8 straight weeks, bro. 7 straight weeks. 10 touchdowns. He's probably going to ball out like that. He'll probably ball out like that. If he does, that means he's getting 25 to 29 carries a game. And that means he will break down. 2,000 yards rushing the year prior to this one. 420 something carries if you include the playoffs, and 2,000 yards the year prior. The year prior to that, over 300 and something carries. And then this year he was on pace to explode over 420. He was like on pace for like 400 and 50 plus carries this year. They were abusing him. They are reckless with Derrick Henry. Be cautious. Be cautious. Be cautious, but draft. Draft and then. Okay, so super chats. Texas Rangers. Appreciate you, buddy boy. Number 7 will have 2 INTs. Dallas D, a defensive TD. Lamb, Cedric go off. Cowboys by 10 versus the Niners with week 1 rematch versus Tampa Bay to follow. Pin it here. Attaboy Rangers. Appreciate you dropping a super chat. Let's go to the next super chat. This one's from Okafor. Okafor, where you been, bro? Are you still here? Hopefully you're still here. Chat, I won the contest, Smitty. And the chip. Did you win the Tyreek Hill autographed jersey contest, bro? Let me see. My contest. My fan is going nuts here. Hold on. Okay. Okafor, what's your name, bro? On the Champions Round contest. But you won it by 1 point. It looks like there's a 1084.44 to 1081.92. What's your username on there, Okafor? My opponent had Renfro left, so stressed, man. If you won that, congrats, man, and thank you for the super chat. Carlos, you still here, pal? Carlos says, "What's up, Smitty? Just celebrating my fantasy championship. I'm eating Eater Burger in my car. I've never eaten an Eater Burger, bro. Is that good? Never heard of it. Sounds pretty good." And then, do I have another super chat here? I apologize. I was ranting like crazy. Oh, God, yeah, I missed a couple of them, bro. Mark Cleveland, thank you. Mark Cleveland, thank you. Cameron, thank you. No, I got to those. Okay. I think I'm caught up. Sorry about that, guys, and the delay. Carlos, appreciate you. Kango, what's up? Waterburger, I messed up. Okay. Eater Burger. I was like, what's Eater Burger, bro? Sounds kind of weird. Eater, you eating that Eater Burger? Eater Burger. Okafor. Man, Okafor won. Look at this. Okafor. They're going to DM you. They're going to DM you about your Tyreek Hill jersey. But look at Okafor. If I can get it clear, sorry. It looks a little blurry, but man, nice work. 1084.44. Unbelievable run there, buddy. Unbelievable run. Fantastic job, bro. Oh, man. I'm tired. Bengals in the Super Bowl. Bengals in the Super Bowl. Are you crazy? Are you crazy, Smitty? I still appreciate you. Ugh. I still appreciate you, pal. I love when people get upset or shocked about a prediction. Like, it's very, very. You got the Titans, you got the Chiefs, that are vulnerable. They're totally vulnerable. The Bills, they're up and down. They're a strong team, but they're up and down. The Titans have been without Derrick Henry for a while. You don't know what, how is he going to be at full strength by this game. Steelers barely made the playoffs based on other teams, bro. Like, this is a very vulnerable division. Bengals are on fire. Joe Burrow is like GOAT training, bro. I mean, yeah, Kango, the Bengals are dangerous, says Kango. Like, is it that shocking? Is it really that shocking? Sounds like a good burger, though. Burrow, Chase, Higgins, Boyd, Mixon. Yeah, Burrow's going to be... It would not shock me if Burrow is the second best quarterback in fantasy football and the NFL next year. Like, he is so on the rise. People don't even... People love him. Everyone sees him coming, but they don't know how big he's really going to get, I think. Because I get a lot of pushback on my Burrow predictions and 2022 talk. I get a lot of pushback on my Jamar Chase talk. I'm calling Jamar Chase the number 3 overall player in Dynasty, and you could argue redraft, but you want to play redraft smart. You want to draft him 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 or wherever his ADP is going to be. I repeat. Can I repeat for everybody in the back? I'm not saying draft Jamar at number 3 if you don't have to in redraft. I will say don't get cute and draft him number 3 in Dynasty startups. Grab Jamar Chase. Don't get cute. Grab him number 3 or 4 overall before somebody else gets a bright idea to do the same thing. Jamar Chase is just getting started. In Dynasty, give me Burrow and Chase and give me a bunch of championships, because you build a Dynasty startup around Burrow and Chase and you're going to have one fantastic team. Throw in Higgins. You still have room for a lot of other good players above Burrow and above Higgins in their ADP. It's not like you're clumping all of them together like Hill, Mahomes, and Kelsey. You got to take them in a tight bunch, 1, 2, 3, if you can even pull that off. Burrow, Chase, and Higgins, you can get Burrow and Higgins later. You can get Jamar Chase in round 1, spend your 2nd, 3rd, maybe even your 4th round on other stuff unless Higgins goes there. Championships will be made off the back of Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow with his cigar. Joe Burrow is doing it live. Joe Burrow. Oh, I'm exhausted. You would crumble against Brady too, says Kango. Kango's getting angry. Bengals are not winning the Super Bowl or going, mark my words. All right, well, mark them. Bailey, anything can happen. It wouldn't shock me if they didn't, okay? But Bailey, here you go. They're marked. Oh, that's... that's not... Hold on. Bengals are not... Here we go. Bengals are not winning the division or winning the Super Bowl or going, mark my words. Your words have been marked, Bailey. But mark my words, the Bengals will win the division. Oh, wait, I said that in August. And a lot of people said, Schmitty, mark my words, they won't. I still appreciate you, Bailey. It's not a knock. I'm just marking them for you. Cowboys beat the 49ers 27-23, says Grant. Yeah, I wavered on that one, Grant, for a while. I locked in the Cowboys, but man, I was going back and forth. Buccaneers back to back. That burger diminished fairly quick, fellas. Attaboy, Carlos. Eater Burger is a good burger, I hear. Eater Burger. All right, that's all I got for you today. I wanted to come in and do the playoff picture. Hopefully you guys got a kick out of that. Hopefully you guys got some knowledge out of that, at least how it's set up, because I think nobody's doing the bracket explanation. I got you covered. I got you covered with the bracket. Amazing finish to week 18. Couldn't have been more just. It was the reverse of anticlimactic. It's been horrible the last couple weeks for us on Sundays and on Saturdays and on Thursdays. But what a great ending to the season with the Raider game. Raiders kicking a field goal, Chargers out, Raiders in, Steelers in based on a field goal, Niners beating, basically playing for their life, playing for their life against a Rams team that they own time and time and time again. And McVay literally 40 plus wins to 0 when leading at the half. And the Rams come back in shocking fashion, just unbelievable fashion, to beat a Rams team that has never lost with McVay after the half being up. Crazy. Bailey, you had to keep going there. You must be a Bengals fan, bro. They ain't that good. I'm sorry, the truth hurts, and the Bengals are big cats. Bailey, I still appreciate you. The Colts choking messed up my ticket. Yeah, the Colts just... but did anybody feel like Carson Wentz was going to take him far anyway? Let's get real. JT, amazing. Pittman, I like him a lot. Defense, unbelievable. Offensive line, even more unbelievable. Carson Wentz, blah. Carson Wentz ain't doing it. Ain't doing it. Raiders, Chargers should have tied. Yeah. God. I can't believe the Chargers, man. Chargers had that early season potential of being Herbert MVP candidate. Chargers a division winner potentially, and they fall back and don't even make the playoffs. There was talk not that long ago, a little over a month ago, where it was Chargers could win the division. Unbelievable. I still love Herbert. He's only going to get better. Okafor, would you trade away Singletary for a 12th pick? A 12th, the 1.12? I don't know. Probably not. But if you need a running back that bad, maybe. But the 1.12, I feel like Singletary's not fool's gold right now, but I don't know that he's gonna sustain and maintain this level of production that he's on. It kind of reminds me of Damian Williams in the playoffs for the Chiefs, and in the Super Bowl he always does good, and then you're like, okay, 2020, he's gonna do great, and then he does. I feel like Singletary's doing well, playing well. I like him a lot. I've always liked him. I liked him a lot coming out of college. In some ways he busted for me because I had higher expectations for Devin Singletary. So I like him. I just don't know about a 1.12. A second rounder, you could 2.1's a second rounder, but a second rounder in general, a general second rounder, a mediocre second round pick, sure. But a first rounder, 1 point. And you know how careful you put that, Okafor? You put that very carefully. You didn't say the 1.12 or a first rounder, which means I think down deep you're giving up too much, so you kind of packaged it in a way you thought maybe would sound better to give up. Psychology 101, baby. I believe if that's true, a 1.12, saying the 12th pick and not a first rounder is talking yourself into it. In my opinion, Okafor. In my opinion, pal. You know what I'm saying? How somebody says something, or you're going to tell somebody some bad news and you're trying to talk them into, and you're like, let me see if I can wrap this up a little nicer. Would you give up a 12th pick? It's 12th. It's not a first rounder with a 1 in it. It's a 12. It's the last pick. You know what I'm saying, Okafor? Am I right? You're a little bit subconsciously packaging that in a way that you... I'd rather have a first rounder. Like, even the name of a first rounder, even if it's a 12 pick. Hey, I'll give you a first rounder for. I feel like there's more power than Singletary. And even if you can't get something straight up, you might want to give up the late first rounder and something else to get something a little better than Singletary. You know what I mean? That would be my objective. Appreciate all of you. Good luck. I will see you all Monday. Yeah, he feels like fool's gold. Don't chase something that you're questioning yourself, guys. I mean, if this doesn't excite you right here, where is this? If this doesn't excite you right here, I don't know what will.
Live from Smitty1.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Take a lap.
That's right. Monday through Friday. No longer just Tuesday and Thursday. We're going Monday through Friday, baby. Every Monday through Friday. Occasional Fridays, I might do a live premiere if I'm deciding to take like a Friday off, but I'll leave you content, live premiere style. I'll be in the chat. I'll be live in a sense in the chat, but that'll be rare. For the most part, it's a Monday through Friday show. And it's going to be 1 hour instead of 2. So there'll be no 2-hour Tuesday and 2-hour Thursday show. It'll be Monday through Friday, 1 hour. So we're stretching it all out. 1 hour a day, 7 p.m. Eastern, new time instead of 5. 7 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern. 1 hour a day, Monday through Friday. Get ready. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Good luck with all your brackets.